everybody, and welcome to episode 86 of the Let's Play world. For those of you who joined me on the live stream, this will look familiar. Here in the end, we started digging out a tunnel out over the void and beginning work on an Enderman farm. So far, we just have this skinny bridge and a collection area. In a future stream, we will build the spawning platform and all of that. I did, between episodes, install a little bit of redstone here to spit out the extra pearls, and that's about as far as we've gotten. First thing I want to do today is a suggestion I got from Douglas Gordo, who said that these are pretty hard to read, especially on a mobile device, and he wanted me to make them glow. So I'm going to do that for you guys. Hopefully that makes them a little bit more legible. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do anything else to them. Lit them all up except for this one here, Forest, because I think we can finish this one today. Last episode, we got the foxes in their pen, and the only other thing we need to do for the forest is get some wolves. Last time when we were poking around looking for foxes, there were a bunch of wolves over here in this spruce forest. I'm going to see if I can track them down. There's one. Oh, here's another one. Okay. See if I can get these guys back. The only thing I'm worried about here is what's going to happen when we get near the foxes. Are they going to freak out? Are they going to stay mellow? We'll see. So far, so good. Very good. We got the wolves in there, and now I just need to kind of decorate the place. And here's the big reveal. As you can see when we walk into the zoo, there's now this nice foresty section here with the sweet berries and the spruce trees. And as we walk in this direction, we run into the wolf enclosure. And we've got the mossy cobble, the ferns, the podzol. I think it looks really, really good. The wall between the wolves and the foxes, I kind of turned into trees and added a lot of leaves to give it some depth. And I think that looks really, really good. As we walk over here and turn the corner, we then run into the fox enclosure. And again, from this side, I think it looks a little bit more natural, a little less like a box. That's very, very cool. And now that we've added the foxes and the wolves, we can take forest off of our zoo wall. That's 2 sections done and about 8 more to go. And now I want to turn our attention from the zoo to the Nether. We've had Nether Tunnel to Mesa Desert up there for a long, long time. And now that we're running over there so much to get sandstone and to work on the Enderman farm, I think we should try and come up with at least a design for this tunnel. You know, of all the things I've built in this Let's Play world, one of the things I'm most proud of is the Nether tunnels. They're all so different and just really cool looking, the different designs that I've come up with, and really, really happy with them. This is one of the most recent additions we did to the Nether. And then just up beyond this is the thing that we have left unfinished for a very, very long time. You can see right here, it all kind of stops. And you know, I do like the basalt. I think I want to keep that as a primary part of this design just because it's very otherworldly looking. I don't know what to call it. It's just really bizarre looking. And one thing that's a little scary here is when you're in a basalt delta, there's always a chance lava's just going to come pouring down on you. One thing I had been doing back here is turning the basalt blocks on their side so that the texture kind of matches the wall. I wonder if I should do that on the ceiling as well. Another thing I was thinking about is it might be cool to have the entryways at the portals look like the area that it's going to go to. So like use sand for the desert and maybe terracotta for the mesa. So I am really happy with how this turned out. I leaned very heavily into the basalt, so I used all the different textures that basalt has to offer. You can see these ribs here supporting the tunnel is the side texture of the polished basalt. And then the normal basalt, I just used the side texture to create this nice consistent wall and ceiling pattern, except where the light sources are, I used the broken ends of basalt just to lighten things up a little bit. Behind gray glass, I have glowstone, which I think is a really nice contrast with the very, very gray and blue basalt. Under here, I have soul soil all the way down. That way I can run nice and fast. We get to this intersection, and you can see on the ceiling and floor, I alternated the pattern to create this kind of chaotic feel, help break things up a little bit. And then to the right, we have our first portal, which goes to the end. If we continue down, to the right, we have our second portal, way down here. And this one goes off to the desert. Very cool. And then finally, at the very end of the tunnel, is our third portal, and this one goes off to the mesa. I used the ends of the polished basalt to offset these windows and make them look a little bit more decorative. And then I used smooth basalt to create the transitions between the elevated and normal-sized hallways. If I didn't have the smooth basalt, you can see it would have shown the broken ends, and so the smooth basalt was a nice fit for that. I also put the smooth basalt throughout just to create some variations in the walls and the floors. You can see it every once in a while just to break things up a little bit. And I think it looks really, really good. The other thing I really, really like is that it looks different than all of our other nether tunnels. So I'm very happy about that. And finally, we can take Nether Tunnel to Mesa Desert off the wall of tasks. I also went ahead and lit up all of the names on my wall of fame up here. So you can see I've got Adius, Happy Face, Selka Gaming, Scott Griggs, Jason Larson, Not So Funny, The Blaine Train, Adam Grun Clampett, Lucas, Kyle Sessions, I Douglas, Frolic 131, Moore's Bane, and Free Ian Plays. Quite the collection of heads I've got up here. The last thing I want to show you guys is what I've been up to over in the city. Spying on all of my little villagers doing their villager thing here. So between episodes, I did a little bit more work on the Empire State Building over here. And you can see still a missing side here, but I have almost got 3 sides in. Zoom around over here and it'll become clearer. So yeah, you can see there, that side almost all the way in. Still need to work on this side. Still need to line it. And we need to put the point on the top. That's going to be a little bit of a trick, I think, to figure that one out. But I think it's going to look really, really good when it's done. Once we get done with these really, really tall skyscrapers, we can spend more time on some of these smaller buildings. And I think once we start adding more of those in, the city's going to come together really quickly. Pretty excited about that. Also need to figure out what we're going to do with all of the ground floors. I've got a couple of ideas for like shops or window things to add, but if you guys have ideas, let me know. Now that we know what mangrove wood looks like and we know what mud bricks look like, I'm very excited to finish out the village. I think those colors are going to be a cool addition to the buildings that we've got going here. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.